Characteristic features which we have studied in the last session. Fast. Very good. First one is no true nucleus, and this we call it as a naked nucleus. Then very good. Presence of cytoplasm is similar with respect to prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, it is present in the prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. Then okay, cell organelle is present or absent? Okay, very good. Cell organelles are absent. Then what is present? Okay, only ribosome is present, and this ribosome is present in the prokaryotes as well as in the eukaryotes. Okay, so next, very good, presence of plasmid. It is a very unique feature of the prokaryotes. Okay, what is plasmid then? Okay, very good. Okay, it is a extra chromosome which is present in the prokaryote cell along with the genetic material. Okay, along with the genetic material, the presence of plasmid is also there. So plasmid is an extra cellular, okay, double layered genetic material. Okay, then okay, DNA is naked. Okay, that is nucleus is naked because no prominent structure we will find in case of prokaryotes. Then everything covered. And remember all the chemical reactions. Okay, all the chemical reaction which is taking place in the prokaryote is in the area of cytoplasm. Why means because that cytoplasm contains all the necessary enzymes which is required for the chemical reaction. Okay, so everything happens in the cytoplasm. Then nucleus is present or absent? Okay, and so no nuclear envelope. Hence, since nucleus is absent, no nuclear envelope and no nucleoplasm. Understood? Till here everything is clear now? Okay, no doubts till here? Okay, understood? Very important. Why I am telling again and again means you should have a clear cut idea about prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So apart from all these, there is a presence of one unique structure in case of prokaryotes, and we call it that structure as a mesosomes. So what do you mean by mesosomes? See, in some prokaryotes there will be infolding of the plasma membrane like this. Okay, in some prokaryotes there will be a infolding of these kind of structure, and we call it this kind of structure as a mesosomes. Okay, remember this is also one important unique feature of prokaryote, presence of infolding of the plasma membrane. Okay, it is nothing but the plasma membrane infolding which we call it as a mesosome. And can you tell me what is the necessity for doing so? What is the necessary for prokaryote to infold their plasma membrane? Okay, by infolding the plasma membrane there will be increase in surface area. Understood about this? See, I will take one example of human beings. Okay, we all have intestine. Okay, so tell me how long the intestine is. Intestine, meters. Okay, intestine will be meters together long, but it is coiled itself. Okay, it enfolded itself to fit into our stomach. Okay, so why means there also to increase the surface area. More surface area, what happens? The process of respiration will be more, increase in respiration. Okay, try to remember the one unique feature is the plasmid. Okay, the one unique feature in case of plasmid, and another unique feature is in case of prokaryote is the presence of infolding of the plasma membrane. In some prokaryotes there will be a infolding of this plasma membrane, and that we call it as a mesosomes. Okay, understood now? Understood? Okay, once again I should explain. So listen carefully. In prokaryotes we have plasmid. Okay, it is one of the important characteristic feature of the prokaryotes. Okay, apart from some prokaryotes, okay, in some prokaryotes the typical structure will be there, but in some prokaryotes there will be infolding of the plasma membrane. Okay, why this infolding? Okay, why the plasma membrane should fold itself into many layers is because it should increase the surface area. The overall area should be increased in case of prokaryotes. Why the surface area should increase? The reason is the respiration. The prokaryote should respire. Okay, and we know that there is no specific organelle present in case of prokaryote. Okay, so to respire a prokaryotes, the surface area should be increased. To increase that surface area, there will be infolding of the plasma membrane. Okay, now understood? We can take the example of intestine. Okay, in humans intestine will be tomorrow tell me what is the length of the intestine. Okay, this will be assignment for you, and why that intestine is so long, and even though the length is big, even though the length is very much big, but it is fitting inside the stomach. Okay, so tomorrow it is an assignment for you. Tomorrow let me know about this. Okay, and for time being remember that the infolding of the plasma membrane. Understood? Okay, next we will move further. Till here everything is clear. I have explained you many times. Okay, when I ask you question you should answer me. Okay, the difference you should only tell me what is the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. We are discussing in detail about prokaryotes. Okay, understood? Have any doubts till now? No? Shall we move further then? So next is the unique structure. Okay, that is cell wall. Cell wall and its modification. What is cell wall? What is cell wall? Very good. The protective outermost covering, okay, of the cell. We call it as a cell wall. And yesterday we have seen the different structure of the cell. So tell me one thing, do plants have different cell shape? Like yesterday we have seen the columnar epithelial cell will be different and the RBC cell will be different. We have seen different kind of structure in yesterday's session. So let me know whether the plants are having different kind of cell shape or no? See, due to presence of thick cell wall, okay, in the plant cell. Remember, your students will get confused in this. In plant cell, only the presence of rigid cell wall. Okay, in plant cells, because of the presence of rigid cell wall, the structure is very hard in case of plant cell compared to in case of animal cell. Okay, and this cell wall is absent in case of animal cell. This is the main difference between plant cell and animal cell. So try to remember, in plant cell we have a rigid cell wall, but in case of animals we don't have cell wall. Okay, so due to or because of this cell wall, the hard or the rigid structure is provided for the plant cell, so that it can get a better protection. Okay, it will get a strong better protection. Due to presence of this cell wall only, the plant cell have a protection. Okay, it is very thick and a strong protective layer present in case of plant cell, whereas in animal cell the cell wall is absent, only the plasma membrane is present. Okay, so this is the basic idea about the plant cell and animal cell. So tell me, what kind of cell wall is present in case of prokaryotes? Okay, remember, in case of prokaryotes there are distinct three type of layer will be present. Okay, three type of cell layer. Okay, so we consider this as a first layer. Okay, listen carefully. We'll draw round only. Okay, next, this is the outermost layer and we call it as a glycocalyx, and inside this another layer will be formed. We call it as a cell wall. Okay, so after this another layer, very good, plasma membrane. What is this? Plasma membrane. But remember, all these three layers perform distinct function or different function, yet they form one layer and mainly help in the protection. Okay, so I have drawn different, but actually they will be forming only one layer. With the help of three layer, one strong protective layer will be formed. Even though these three layers perform different function, yet their main motto is for the protection. Okay, so they will be like this only. Okay, they are not separate. So three different layer aggregate and mainly help in the protection. Okay, so tell me, why there is a necessity for the three different layers in case of prokaryotes? Like animals, we have only plasma membrane. But what about prokaryotes? Tell me fast. I have already told you for the protection, and I have even told you that prokaryotes will be single cell. Only that cell will perform all the essential function. Unlike in case of animal cell, we have many more different kind of cell. But what about in prokaryotes? They have only one cell. So there is a necessity, there is a important functioning, so that the internal things will be kept intact. Okay, no harm should be done to this organism. Okay, remember, the outer layer should be so much protective that it should not get harmed, or it should not get burst, or it should not get collapsed. Okay, this is the main reason, because the single cell only performing all the necessary function. It is the only cell which is capable of doing everything. Whatever the requirement that particular cell needs, it should only do. If the layer is not there, then the internal part will be damaged. Okay, so to protect the internal part, there is a necessity to protect the outer layer. If this is a strong, then the internal organs, or sorry, the internal genetic material, everything is kept intact. Otherwise, everything will be damaged. Okay, so the main importance of the cell wall or the outer layer is the protection. Okay, remember this. So another important feature in case of prokaryote is the glycocalyx. Okay, if the glycocalyx, which is the outermost layer, it is the outermost layer, and this one is the middle layer, and this one plasma membrane. What plasma membrane does? What plasma membrane does? The function of plasma membrane in case of prokaryotes is same as in case of eukaryotes. In eukaryotes also, the plasma membrane is the outer protective layer, but in prokaryotes it acts as a selective permeable membrane, because it only sends nutrition which is required for the internal environment. Okay, it will not send whatever the thing is there inside the cell, but it will select the nutrient which required for the proper growth of that organism. That only should be sent inside, okay, inside that organism. Otherwise, if the necessity is not there, the nutrients necessary is not there, then the plasma membrane will not allow those material inside the cell. Okay, understood now? So glycocalyx, it is the outermost layer, cell wall, it is a middle layer, and plasma membrane, it is the third layer which is present in case of prokaryotes, and all these layers will aggregate and perform as a single layer, which is the helpful in the protection of the organism. Understood? Okay, in case of glycocalyx, it is also very important. If the organization is loose, okay, if the loose connection is there, then it is called as slime molds or slime bodies, we can call it as. So for example, if we consider this as a bacteria, okay, the formation of these kind of structure will be formed. Okay, but if the outer layer glycocalyx have a strong bonding or tight bonding, okay, then we call it as a capsule. Okay, we have seen no, like this capsule will be there in the prokaryotes, mainly in the bacteria. So it is also important in the protection. Okay, it is also one of the important characters in case of prokaryotes. So remember, the cell wall is unique in case of prokaryote because of the presence of all these three layers. Okay, and all these three layers aggregate and perform as a one single layer which helps in the protection. Understood? Remember this, important. Okay, shall I wrap this one? Understood? Okay, so remember, glycocalyx, if the composition is loose, then we call it as a slime layer, or if the composition is very tight, we call it as a capsule. And the main function of these layer or these capsule is the protection. Okay, whatever the hard environment is there, whatever the harsh environment is there, the organism will get protection because of the presence of slime layer and the capsule. Okay, so tell me, how many types of bacteria are there? There are two types of bacteria. Very good. Okay, on which basis we have divided these two bacteria? What? Anybody knows on which basis?
Good bacteria.
See, based on the manner, okay, in which stain is it absorbs, okay, based on that and because of the presence of cell wall. First one is a cell wall and second one based on the manner in which the organism will absorb the stain. Staining technique ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ lower class ಒಳಗ. Why the difference in cell wall? One is made up of peptidoglycan and another is made up of lipopolysaccharides. Okay, the cell wall composition will be different in these two bacteria and the manner, some will absorb blue stain and some will absorb pink stain. Okay, because of that also we have categorized bacteria into two types. What are those? Okay, very good. Gram positive, the scientist which found these bacteria, the name is Gram. Okay, based on his name only the bacteria are named. Okay, first one is Gram positive and Gram negative. So tell me, which strain absorbed by which bacteria? Tell me. Or both will absorb a stain or no? Okay, so gram positive bacteria, what they will do, they absorb the stain. Okay, and negative bacteria, they do not absorb the stain. Okay, remember the scientist who found out this kind of bacteria, his name is Gram and he divided two type of bacteria. First one is Gram positive and Gram negative. Based on these two important features, because of the presence of cell wall and its composition, and second one is the manner in which they absorb the different kind of stain. Okay, so remember the cell wall in case of these two bacteria is very different. One will be having the composition of peptidoglycan and another will be having lipopolysaccharides. Okay. So remember, there will be two type of bacteria, one will be gram positive and one will be gram negative. So tell me whether all bacteria are harmful or some are beneficial. All bacteria are harmful? No. So the idli, dosa which we eat, no, there will be a beneficial bacteria. Okay, remember. And the curd, okay, the curd which we eat, there will be a presence of bacteria only, due to which there will be a curding, okay, curding process take place. Okay, remember, all bacteria are not harmful, some are which is using in the day to day activities. Okay, and yeast and all, to prepare a cake they will put yeast, no, that is all nothing but your bacteria only. Okay, understood? Till here we have studied about the different layers in the prokaryotes, why that difference is there and what the function they are doing. Okay, and apart from those three layers, we have studied the different type of bacteria, in which first one is gram positive and second one is gram negative, based on the character of cell wall and the manner in which they absorb the stain. Because of these character, the organism, I mean to say the bacteria are divided. Okay. Now we will study about the modification of these bacteria. Okay, why the bacteria should modify their cell structure? Tell me, what is the importance of modification of the cell wall? Why they should modify? Very good, to survive. Okay, to survive in this environment, because the environment is fluctuating. Okay, they will not get always the favorable environment, so they should modify their cell structure so that they can survive in a better condition. So tell me, what are the modification the prokaryotes may possess? First one, I have told you about the mesosomes. It is also modified, no, the cell structure. It has modified the cell structure or the plasma membrane into infolding, to increase the surface area and also to increase the, as a result of which there will be increase in respiration. And these mesosomes also helpful in the cells activity. Okay, it is helpful in the all cells activity like enzymatic action. Okay, like this. So tell me, what are the other modification the prokaryotes are having? Okay, these organisms will be in the form of vesicles. Okay, like this, some will be like this in the vesicle form and some will be what? Like this. Okay, some will be like this, we call it as a tubular form, and some will be lamellae. Okay, so remember, some organisms have modified the cell structure into these category. Okay, so tell me one thing, whether the prokaryotes are motile or non-motile. What do you mean by motile? What do you mean by motile? Whether we are motile or non-motile. Tell me. So now tell me whether the prokaryotes can move or no. Ma'am, it is a microorganism. Since we cannot see whether they can move or no, so we don't know the answer. Okay, this is the good answer. Everybody will have. Is it true? Kind of true. So remember, in prokaryotes, the organism will be motile or non-motile. Okay. If the organism is motile, then they should have some structure, no? So through which they can move. What are those structure? Presence of flagellum. Okay, or a flagella. So what do you mean by flagella? Okay, what do you mean by flagella? Okay, remember, if the prokaryotes are motile in structure, then they should have this long flagella. Okay, we call it this structure as a flagella. And this blue color part we call it as a hook. And third one, basal body. Very good. Remember, if the prokaryotes should move, if they have a motile in nature, then they should have this flagella for the movement. Okay, so that they can move from one place to another. Okay, so the organism, if motile, they possesses three main important structure. One is flagella, okay, which is a very long structure, and one will be hook. Okay, second one will be the basal body, and the organism is help in the movement. Okay, and this flagella mainly helpful in the movement of the organism. Okay, understood? Apart from these, there will be presence of pili and Fimbriae. Okay, so what do you mean by pili? It is not related with the movement, okay, but it is a connection between two organisms. Okay, this connection we call it as a pili, or we call it as a sex pili also. Okay, so what it does? Remember, it is not related with the mobility, but whatever the genetic material is there, no, it can able to pass. Okay, mainly when the cell should infect the other cell, okay, when it enters the host, it should infect the other cell. So what does these bacteria do is they start to form these kind of pili. Okay, and with the help of this connective bridge, the genetic material is transformed from one cell to the other cell. So this we call it as a pili. So what do you mean by Fimbriae? So this is a extension of plasma membrane only, which is helpful in the attachment. Okay, when they enter to the host to infect the organism, these kind of structure, it will help to attach to the host cell. Okay, even in the rock, to the attachment to the rock as well as to the host cell, these Fimbriae are helpful. Okay, it is nothing but a outgrowth of the plasma membrane only. Okay, it will go and attach with the host cell. Okay, remember, these are the modification which the bacteria are having. Okay, and first one is, if the mobility is there, then they should have a long flagella, and the hook and the basal body. And another modification which is not related, exactly not related with the mobility, that is presence of sex pili and Fabry. Okay, these pili are the connection between two cells which is mainly helpful in the transfer of genetic material. Transfer of genetic material. But this is helpful for the attachment to the host cell and also to the rock. Okay, remember these are the modification which may be asked for 1 marks. Okay, and these are the modification which prokaryotes are doing. Okay, that's why cell wall and its modification is important. So remember, from the typical structure of the bacteria, it has got all these modification so that it can survive better. The main motto is the organism should survive. Whatever the environment is there, then also they should modify, but they should survive. Okay, first one is the pili, that is the connection between two cells. Second one is the Fabry. Okay, understood? Any doubts? Okay, understanding everything, no? Any doubts? You can free to ask. Okay, don't compromise with the topics. I am asking you again and again. Okay, if any doubts, you can free to ask. Till here everything is clear. So got an idea about the prokaryotes, what exactly the prokaryotes are and what is the structure which is present inside these. Shall we move further then? Okay. Remember. But in case of plants that do in the cyanobacteria, there will be a formation, that is also extension process of the plasma membrane which is having a chromophores. Okay. So remember that also. For time being you remember this and we move further. Understood? No doubts? I will take a test, then I will come to know whether you have understood or no. Took surprise test, no? In 5 minutes. So apart from all these, there is one structure, okay, which is unique to the prokaryotes. What are those? What are those? Which is the unique structure that we have studied? What about next? Ribosome and ribosomes are unique for this, no? So we will study a bit about ribosomes in case of prokaryotes. So what do you mean by ribosome? Why it is helpful? It will helpful in the synthesis of protein. Synthesis of protein. So ribosomes are always of 2 subunits. Okay, these are having 2 subunits. First one, large subunit. Second one, small subunit. Okay, large subunit will be of 50s and 30s. Okay, it is a S means coefficient. Okay, so in prokaryotes, remember, it is very important, prokaryotes are having 70s type of ribosome. Okay, okay, in prokaryotes the organisms are having 70s type of ribosomes. Okay, this will be a large subunit and this will be a small subunit. Okay, so these two subunits combine and they start producing the proteins. For example, we all know that during, what is the central dogma of molecular biology? Replication, transcription and translation. Replication means the genetic material will be replicated in this phase, and transcription, the mRNA is coming by taking the message, okay, which protein to be synthesized, the mRNA will be produced here, and this mRNA is used by, after next to produce the protein, the mRNA with the help of ribosome, the proteins will be produced. For example, if we consider this as a mRNA and the ribosomes will bind like this. Okay, it is a large subunit and this will be a small subunit. And it starts synthesizing the protein, the message which this RNA is bringing. With the help of that message, these ribosomes are bound and the proteins are produced. That's why ribosomes are called as protein factory of the cell. In the prokaryotes as well as in the eukaryotes, these ribosomes are produced, but in prokaryotes 70s type of ribosome will be produced. Okay, don't ever calculate this. Okay, 50 and plus 30, 80, don't do that. Okay, it is not maths. Do 50, don't do plus, remember this. Okay, 70s type of ribosome is present in case of prokaryotes. Okay, this will be a question for your MCQ. Understood? Or it may be asked for 1 mark. What type of ribosomal subunits are present in case of prokaryotes? Then you should remember it is 70s, and please don't calculate this and write it as a 80s. No, it's wrong. Okay, don't calculate and write as a 80. Okay, it is a 70s. Understood? And the last part is remaining, that is, which is that understanding. No? Understood? Last one is inclusion bodies. See, this is one special type of structure we find in case of prokaryotes, which is helpful in the storage. Okay, so it will store all the necessary material. Why it should store? During lockdown, okay, during lockdown when everything was closed, we stored food materials, okay, so that even 4-5 months there should not be any scarcity for the food. Is that true? Everyone did that? Is anybody there who can tell me that no, I have not stored, I have died with the scarcity of food? Can anybody say me? No, everybody have stored the food. So what these prokaryotes are doing? They are also storing the foods. Okay, they are storage of food product or food material. Why they need to store means whenever there is a scarcity. Okay, if whenever there is a scarcity of food, then these inclusive bodies will utilize those kind of stored food material. Okay, and remember, these are not membrane bound. Remember, these are not membrane bound and they are moving freely. And they are moving freely in the cytoplasm region. Okay, remember, inclusive bodies are those in which they are not a membrane bound structure, but they are helpful in the storage of food product. Okay, they will store the food product and they are moving freely in the cell. Okay, so remember this. It is also one of the important. Okay, it can be asked for the 2 marks. Short notes. Okay, understood now? Any doubts? It will store the food material in the form of vesicles. Okay, they will form one vesicle and there they will store glycogen, phosphate and whatever the requirements may be, they will store that food product in the vesicle, and later when there is a scarcity, they will utilize those kind of stored food, so that even though there is a scarcity of food, they can survive in that environment also. So this is nothing but a inclusion bodies, okay, which is present in the prokaryote. So we have studied the unique feature in case of prokaryotes, they don't have nucleus, that is the first point, and second point, presence of plasmid, okay, extra chromosomal structure present in case of prokaryotes, and third one is the inclusive bodies, okay, inclusion bodies, which is mainly helpful for the storage of food material. Okay, understood? So with this we have completed the prokaryotic parts. Okay, so remember, they may ask about the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes, or they may directly ask about the prokaryotic structure. Okay, they will ask, draw and explain prokaryote, typical prokaryote cell. Okay, then you should be able to write all the important points which I have told you. Okay, understood? For 5 marks it may be asked. So remember these points which I have told you, and in further classes which I will be dealing with the eukaryotes. Okay.